Good afternoon, everybody. The Brother Man has returned, and welcome to the Brother Man's Credit Challenge #1. And and today we're going to be talking about obtaining your credit reports. I'm going to show you a website, actually maybe two websites that you can go to get your credit reports. One being free, the other being paid, but you want to take advantage of both of them, at least one of them, because the first step in preparing your credit and improving your credit is knowing where you stand right now. And the way to do that is to get your credit reports. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at how to get this done. The first way to do that is, you need to write this down. It's a website called annualcreditreport.com. Now, this is a very important site because this is a site that will give you for free your credit reports to all three bureaus, the Experian, the TransUnion, and the Equifax. You can go there and you get all three reports for free. Normally, you would get those reports free once a year. Now, any more than once a year, normally you'd have to pay. However, right now, because of the pandemic, you can check your credit reports once a week. Once a week. So I'm going to show you the website here. And then I'm going to show you an example of what a credit report will look like. So let's go ahead and let's go into the site here. And let me share you my screen. There it is. All right, so this is an example of what you will see when you go to annualcreditreport.com. As you can see, due to the pandemic, you can request your free credit reports to all three bureaus weekly right now. Normally it's annually, but right now you can do it bi-weekly. And to get started, basically all you do is just hit the button that says request your free credit reports. Now, when you hit that button, it's going to ask you a series of questions, your personal information. And so basically you're going to fill out the form, and then each bureau is going to ask a certain set of questions about your personal info. You have to answer them correctly. If you answer them correctly, you'll be able to go to each of the three bureaus and download a copy of your credit report. Now, if you answer incorrectly, you're going to have to submit a form by mail and do it that way. So be sure to answer them correctly. If you basically just know your history and been paying attention to your finances, you should be able to answer these questions correctly. But you can come here and get your free credit reports, and it's very important. Let me show you. I'm gonna stop sharing this because what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a second. I'm gonna show you an example of what these credit reports look like. I'm gonna download a sample one. I have one somewhere here, but I'm gonna go into my Econ account, and we already have one available that you can download. Hey, what's up, Jonathan? Appreciate the support. I appreciate that. So, and my man Jonathan, he's been making big moves with his credit, man. According to the system I'll be talking to you about this week. So let me go ahead and we're going to get that sample credit report. How's y'all's afternoon today? All right, here we go. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. Now this example is going to be of an Experian one. So let me zoom in just a tad bit more. So as you can see, this is an example of what you would get from annualcreditreport.com. You get something similar to this through all three bureaus. Here's what the Experian will look like. So you'll have your personal information here. And then this one, it lists your potentially negative items, then your other credit items. Actually, your potentially negative items first is what's shown here. Then it shows your inquiries or requests for credit history. And then your personal information. So there's an example of what you would get. Now you'll see your credit reports will show accounts in good standing and then accounts that are hurting your credit history and your credit score. So, and it's important you want to check this because not you're gonna the credit reports will show you things that are hurting your credit. Plus, you're gonna see items that might be incorrect. So, for example, you look at your personal information here, John Q customer. If you scroll down here, let's go to personal information. Here you go. See how John Q customer his name is typed in different ways? See, that could easily happen to anybody. If you're a junior, a senior, third or fourth, I'm the fourth. And so you can easily have your name misspelled. You might have the wrong generation of John Q on here. That's happened to me. You can have it, multiple John's a pretty common name. So you can have one John consumer and then another person might spell their name Jonathan and then everything gets all mixed up. So let me turn that off here. And so you can easily have someone's information showing up on your credit report, and that could be hurting you. It might not be, but you want to have things accurate on your credit report. So you come down here, you check for errors, and then when you find errors, you can go ahead and dispute said errors. So and then same thing with your addresses. You want to verify that the addresses that you've lived at are correct. So all that information is on your credit report. Now, what you're here to see is your potentially negative item. So every credit report has something, the same type of section. They may call it something different, but they basically showing you potentially negative items. So John Q customer has looks like some sort of what is that? Personal information. Yeah, some sort of judgment. Yeah, that's a judgment. So civil claim paid. He has a judgment on his credit report. He also has a collection on his report, couple of them. Individual. All right, so he has a collection on his. So he has 3 items on his credit report, 2 collections, 1 judgment. So that's important information to know because those could be hurting him. I know collections hurt up to 20 points, collections even more if it's some sort of bankruptcy or something like that. So that's information he needs to know. He needs to know what items he needs to address as he goes about repairing his credit. So, but each of your bureaus is going to send you something similar to this. And so you just go through and you review it. You look for the negative items, you look for mistakes. Let's see here, we have another section here called Request for Credit History. This shows you all your hard inquiries. It's information you want to see. He's got 3 here. Each individual doesn't hurt you a whole lot, but if you got a bunch of hard inquiries, that could quickly diminish your score. So you want to come here and see what's showing up on your credit report. Annualcreditreport.com does it for free, like I said, once a year, right now, once weekly. But now there is another site that you can go to get your credit report and your credit score. And that is a website called myfico.com. Now, this is a paid site, but the nice thing about this site is that you can come here. Let's see, let's go to pricing. Oh, let me share my screen here let me go back. Let me share my screen again so you can see here. All right, so here's the My FICO place. You can do this as a monthly service, or you can do it as a one-time fee. We're going to look at the monthly service. So this is, we're going to go to pricing here and one-time reports. Now, what's nice about My FICO is not only can you get all 3 reports, you can get the reports and the score with them. And so, and it's just a matter of what you want. One report, one bureau is $19.95. And all 3 is $59.95. But they're going to give you, this is actually giving you more details. When I did the My FICO a couple months ago, it showed me, I learned that there was like 8 or 9 different FICO scores that gets reported to you. So, you know, you might have the Experian app and they'll show you the one FICO score. But I found out there's multiple ones. And they show you what score, what you can accomplish with your score. So like one score is for housing, one's for auto loans, one's for retail credit cards, and the list goes on. And each of them had their own different calculation. So when you go to use My FICO, you get all that score, plus you get the credit reports as well. So it just depends on what budget, what you're trying to accomplish, what information you need to know, what your budget is when you're starting your credit repair process that you might want to choose. Either both of them are good. Annualcreditreport.com, you're going to get your reports only. My FICO, you'll get reports and score. So I challenge everyone, if you haven't pulled your credit report in some time, do it today. Get it done, whether the paid way or the free way, it doesn't matter. If you're trying to improve your credit standing, you need to know where you stand. And both of these tools will help you do that. So I challenge everyone to go ahead and get that done. See what you find. Let me know if you're surprised what's on your credit report. Let me know if you're not surprised that you saw what you expected. And we'll talk about how we can address negative items on our report. We're going to talk about this week what we're going to do with that information. So anyway, this will be the end of this video. If you have any questions, put it in the comment section. If you're on YouTube, hey, please like this video, share it, comment below what you think. Same thing on Facebook. And if you're on Twitter, give me a heart for me. And of course, if you're in the Credit Challenge group, hey, let me know if you've pulled your credit report today, if you like what you saw, if you saw what you expected, and we'll go from there. Anyway, the Brother Man is out. I will holler at you later.